Hello, I'm Wayne Donahue, and I'd like to introduce you to the SafetySportMirror. This is a mirror I've used since the 1980s, and several years ago I bought the business. And now they're manufactured right here in my hometown of Red Oak, Iowa. I'll show you how the mirror is assembled and how it mounts in several applications. This is the 3-inch mounting arm, which is very rigid, does not vibrate. To the mounting arm, we attach this rubber block, which is hollow on one side. The compression of this hollow portion is what makes it grip almost all applications very firmly. The rubber block mounts on these two prongs on the mounting arm. To the end of the mounting arm, we insert a little rubber socket. The mirror itself is 1 millimeter thick, real flat glass. I cement that into this rubber holder, and then that holder is mounted into one end of this double ball joint part like this, and the other end goes into that socket to be mounted into the end of the mounting arm. And once it's mounted, it pivots forward and back, sideways, and side to side. In the package, you'll see that we have the original 3/4 inch mirror mounted and also a 1-inch mirror that we'll talk about later. Now I'd like to show you how the mirror mounts on glasses. I have here some glasses that have a real thin temple. To mount on these, you just slip the temple in between the rubber block and the hard plastic mounting arm, and then slide it all the way forward over the hinge. Now you notice on these glasses, the hinge causes it to point inward. We have an easy solution for that. You can bend this at room temperature, and I'm bending it about a little past 90 degrees, and then when it straightens out, you'll see that the mirror arm mounts pretty much straight forward. Now these are a thick temple, and to mount it on that, you just thread it all the way from the back of the temple, then forward again up over the hinge. Now on these, the temple is straight, so you don't have to bend it. Here I have a pair of wraparound sunglasses with a mirror already mounted. To mount it on them, I just slide the mounting up over the back edge of the lens, and then I bend it so that it goes straight forward. You may have noticed that on the eyeglasses I've mounted the 3/4 inch mirror, but on the helmet visor I've mounted the 1-inch mirror because it's mounted a little farther away from your eye, and you get about the same field of view with the 1-inch mirror on the helmet visor as you do the 3/4 inch mirror on eyeglasses. For those of you who live in the UK or other countries where you drive on the left, I'll show you how the mirror mounts on the right. We just slip it on just like we did on the other one, except it's going to mount a little bit upside down. Then you can roll it over to the side, and adjust it accordingly. It mounts every bit as good on the right side as it does on the left. The same goes for the helmet visor. For my internet sales, I package the mirror in a 4x6 reclosable bag with instructions on the back, including pictures of how it mounts in 3 different instances. The bottom one shows how you can mount it on up to a 9 millimeter thick temple by cutting the hollow portion off of the rubber block. You'll also find these instructions on my website. If you buy your mirror at a bike shop or a department store, it may come in a clamshell package like this. I guarantee my mirrors against manufacturing defects for 5 years. And if you order a mirror and are unhappy with it for any reason, feel free to return it, and I will pay the shipping both ways. That's the story of the SafetySportMirror. I invite you to visit my website, www.SafetySportMirror.com, where you'll find instructions in detail, a history page with the fascinating history of this mirror, and other useful information. Thank you for watching my video.